Chick told me, recording in progress. It's like, do you want to leave the meeting? I'm like, fuck, leave the meeting. All right. We are back. This is the Snooze Button Podcast. Episode 9, we back, baby. All right, and we back in full effect. I'm
Just
your
want to
host.
wish you guys a happy holidays. I would say happy New Year, but we're not quite there yet. But yeah, right.
It's getting there, cutting close.
This is a special holiday edition of the Snooze Button podcast, and he's drinking eggnog, right? Aren't you drinking eggnog? What's in the cup, Sean?
What's in the cup? You know, it's that good stuff. It's that good old Tropicana fruit punch.
By the way, you never ask a man what's in the cup, right? You never ask what's in the cup.
Never. Okay? Even if it's not a damn thing in the cup.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about from Little Wayne. Remember the Little Wayne skit where he's like, "Don't ask me what's in the cup."
Yeah. That's what's in my cup. Yeah, man. You go to a bar, like, what's in the cup? What are you drinking? It's like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, holiday. And yeah, so we were talking about Home Alone earlier and how great of a movie that is.
Oh.
You know, a classic,
Yeah.
certified classic. Every Christmas. I didn't see it like a million times though.
Never gets old, man. I love that film. The
Yeah.
original. Like, didn't they make like other remakes of it where they put like different actors?
They did. They made the one like after the Lost in New York. They made another one. It wasn't that good. Like I remember seeing it like a kid, like a while ago as a kid, but it was like, man, that's not the original.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to do a remake, like a recent remake, and I was just going, gotta leave classics alone.
He want.
No,
Wait, are you talking about like where Macaulay Culkin was saying that he wanted to take Donald Trump out of it? That remake or which remake?
no, I don't know how true this is, but like a whole different movie, like
No,
new.
you leave that man alone. Leave him alone. Leave Macaulay Culkin alone.
This is what I'm saying. It's like, listen, this generation has to come up with their own stuff. You can't, you know, y'all talk so much shit about the old generation, but then y'all want to go back to the old generation, like, oh, we're bringing this back.
Yes. Preach. Meanwhile, they
Yeah.
also want to fuck up Rugrats. They want to make them look like all 3D animate. It's like, come on, man.
Right. And me as a man now in his 30s,
Yeah.
I get it, right? You know, they don't. It's not for me anymore. You know, saying like the new remakes of everything. It's not for me. It's for the children. But it's like, nah, man. Listen, if they wanna see the remake, just watch the original, man. Y'all gotta come up with your own stuff.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's just like what's going on in the fucking in the boards in the back. Like y'all running out of ideas and shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
As you were saying, you did make a point. You said that back to the Home Alone movie, like said the stunts were actually real.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. And there's an interesting video which I will send you later on about someone did like the whole science and physics behind Home Alone, and like it's actually a pretty interesting video. If I find it, I'll send it to you.
Right. You know, the funny thing is, a lot of people didn't notice. I'm pretty sure you noticed that the cop in the beginning was the robber. Like
Really?
Joe Pesci was the cop in the beginning. A lot of people did not know that.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that film. That was such a good, iconic movie.
No, yeah. If you watch in the beginning, right? Like in the beginning, you got like pretty much everyone, you know, scrambling to like get to dinner, whatever.
Yeah.
Then it's just like some random cop just sitting in the house.
Uh-huh.
And that's Joe Pesci. That's the robber. A lot of people did not know that.
Interesting.
It's like, well, how do you think they got in the house? How do you think they was able to scope the whole house out? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another thing too. Like, if you watch the movie, no one made a point that there was a cop in the house. Like, it's just a random cop just sitting in the
But
front.
it was
Like,
it was Joe Pesci the whole time.
no, I'm saying in the movie, like they're all just running around, but they don't like no one made note to the adults like, yo, there's a cop like sitting right in like downstairs in the main area.
Yeah, they're trying to plan their vacation, man. They're trying to leave little Kevin.
Yeah, like this happens when you watch things like, under the influence. You start to notice those type of things. Like, wait, why is the fucking cop like in the house and like no one's like really wary of it? You know.
I don't know.
But anyway,
I couldn't tell.
um, the what about the elephant in the room? Let's address the elephant in the room. They want to, I guess, air the Home Alone Lost in New York. They want to edit Donald Trump out.
Yep. Yep.
Your
That
thoughts?
well, that's what he's saying. I don't think Macaulay Culkin's actually going to do it.
I mean, what are your thoughts on it, man?
I mean, he wasn't. I mean, Trump wasn't really didn't really have much of a role in the film, so it really wouldn't matter. He was only in one part of the film where he goes to the damn Plaza Hotel. That's it. That's it. There's
Like,
no other scenes of Donald Trump in there.
right,
So
he gave him like directions to actually to go.
yeah, that's it. So it wouldn't really matter. He didn't have a full movie role in Home Alone. That's all he did. It's like the camera's on, like you're gonna give this little kid directions. That's all you do in the film.
Right. It's. I mean, and not to say, it wasn't an important role in the movie, but I don't see the big deal to take him out of the movie. And I don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of this guy, but that's a part of history. You guys had him in the movie what for 30 years. Now all of a sudden y'all want to take him out. It's like, come on, man, leave the clown, leave it.
Leave the clown alone. Leave the clown alone.
Yeah, just leave the clown. He was just a supporting actor. He's not even an actor. He's just like, hey, it's that way. Like he's just
That's all he was doing. It
he
could
just
have
got
been.
one line, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man. Speaking of Home Alone holidays, man.
Oh.
Uh,
Yeah.
like, what do you have planned for the Christmas?
Nothing, man. Just gonna stay here. Speaking of holidays, I heard a rumor that Toys R Us is making a comeback. Did you hear about that?
I did.
They're going to be moved into Macy's. I guess Macy's, that's actually kind of a smart move on their part.
Hmm. Like, I think there's a few locations or one location
Hmm.
that they gotta actually open it back up.
You're gonna go see Jeffrey the giraffe.
But here's my thing with this whole thing with Toys R Us, right? As much as we love Toys R Us, and as we grew up and we had so many memories, and Christmas time comes, where are we going? Toys R Us. You get the circular with all the toys and all that. You get to figure it out. I don't think it's gonna make that impact. I don't think it's gonna make much of an impact.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
You
Because
get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, kids don't really appreciate toys anymore, man. It's like, oh, we got Amazon, we got the internet, we could just get it like that. But kids don't really appreciate like actually like the materials holding the stuff and whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think they don't really appreciate that stuff as much.
yeah, and I think that our generation at the time, once it opens back up, because a lot of people in our generation, they're parents now, they have
We like the
kids.
nostalgia. Yeah, we like the nostalgia.
Right, we want the nostalgia, but at the same time, it's like, yo, our parents are spending a lot of money
Of course.
going into Toys R Us and getting these toys.
Right.
But now
And
the
yeah.
generation, is older now. We're adults, and it's like some of us have kids. So then now it's like, okay, do we really want it back? Because now once it's back open, it's like your kids, you're gonna want to try to push your kids to be like, oh yeah, let's go to Toys R Us, and then that's what you got to do every Christmas now.
Well, and you also have Fao Schwartz. Disclaimer:
Oh
Fao Schwartz used
yeah,
to
man.
be on Fifth Avenue, but now they moved it to Rockefeller Center. Check it out.
Yeah, but those are for like kids. Those are for like people who are like millionaires. Like none of us can afford.
They got every type of Barbie doll you can imagine at FAO Schwartz, and it's like it's too much, man. It's overkill. It's like you go in there, there's that giant freaking piano,
Yeah.
which I always wanted to try, but you know,
Well, I mean, you still could. You just
I could, yeah, I could,
it
and
might be kind of weird going in there just like just
no,
stepping into the.
I'll do it, man. And then I got to go to the Nintendo store for the. Have you ever been to the Nintendo store?
What's a Nintendo store?
That store was pretty cool.
Yeah, I used to go there when I was working at Chase. I used to go there at one point, like in the summertime. I used to go there on my lunch break and just play the Wii. Yeah, really good stress reliever to go to a Nintendo store.
Yeah, and people give people shit like, "Oh, it's for tourists." I'm like, there's a catch. You gotta go when it's not busy.
Shit, man. When is it? When is Rockefeller Center not busy?
No, I was able to catch it on a day where it wasn't busy. You have to go after hours, but I figured, you know what? There's certain things that are for tourists, and then there's certain things that it's like, like that place seemed cool.
Yeah, I mean, New York is, especially in that area of New York, it is literally catered to
Tourists.
tourists. Oh, speaking of Rockefeller Center, man, yeah, let's talk about that. Yo, did you see the shit where the tree burned down?
No, when was this?
I think this was maybe last week, 2 weeks ago. One of
No,
the
it's
trees,
hilarious.
some guy like burnt it down, like he set the shit on fire.
Oh shit! You don't think it was it like a damn? That's fucked. That's fucked. Did the guy get caught?
I don't, I don't know. I don't know if he got caught, custody, but yo, that happened. And it's funny because me and my boy, we was there that same night,
Hmm.
but I think because we went to go like, we went to go like check out the tree. And it was like, oh look, it's the Rockefeller Center tree. Okay, that's cool. And then we went to the bar and shit. So I heard like maybe like an hour or two after that, one of the trees over on the Fox headquarters got burnt down.
Oh shit! In addition to that, have you been hearing about stolen luggage at like I think it's at JFK Airport, but people have been stealing luggage.
Oh yeah, that's nothing new,
No, no,
man.
nothing new, but I mean it's been being talked about now in the media.
Yeah,
Of course.
like yeah, people been getting their luggage stolen for many, many years, man. It's just nothing.
And people get their Lunchables taken too at lunchtime.
True, true. Like you go, and it's like, oh shit, like yo, somebody stole my boxes. Like I don't have no underwear for this trip. My socks, my underwear, everything's gone.
They'll freaking look like Bushwhacker Bob from Looney Tunes.
Like yo, I literally gotta wear this one pair of underwear and I'm here for 2 weeks.
They look like Fred Flintstone or like or the Flintstones or something.
Like yo, so what was in the suitcase? All right, it was my boxes, it was my socks, right?
And
I
my
had a couple.
Lunchables. My
I had,
Lunchables.
yeah, I had my Lunchables, right? The Lunchables with the ham. It was like the little the little cracker with the little cheese and the like. It was in there. Okay, it's a very valuable asset to me that I have this Lunchables on this damn trip. You know, and then I had a couple of condoms in there. That's gone too. Like, what am I supposed to do now?
What
You
am I
know,
gonna do? It's like,
what am I gonna do now? Like, my condoms and my Lunchables is gone,
and my socks. And my socks.
and my socks,
Wait,
and
turns out the condoms were the socks.
yeah, like my socks got stolen, and then my socks got stolen.
And that's deep. That's
Like I can picture like the guy who stole the luggage. Like, oh, this motherfucker had the Lunchables of this motherfucker. Oh shit, this motherfucker had the Capri Sun. Oh, he's
okay. So
man.
maybe you know about this because you travel more than I do. Is it true that you can eat for free in the airports? Like that they have a whole area where you can eat
Eat for free.
like with like free food? Isn't there like an area in the airport where it's just like free food, free liquor?
Hell no. That shit you gotta pay for. Like the only
No.
time you free food is like free snacks is on the plane. And you know, they have like little cans of like water or like cranberry juice.
Oh no, I was referring more to that video. Did you see that video about this guy who hacked the travel agency?
He what?
He hacked the travel agency. He got around a lot of the stuff at the travel agency. Like he was talking about how like you can go to the airport, how they have like an area where you get like free booze and snacks.
No, I didn't hear about that. I'm pretty sure that's probably for like, you know, the people that who are like, you know,
Yeah,
flight attendants or travel agents. Yeah, I don't think it's just for the normal
yeah.
the flyer. But yo, yeah, the airport is like mad expensive. Like
I,
I remember one time I went to Puerto Rico and it was a two-piece at Popeyes, right?
Mhm.
Yo, two-piece was like $20.
Really?
Yeah. And I
Damn.
was like, oh, why is this like $20? And he was like, yo, that's just what the price is. And I was like, yo, get the fuck out of here. But I ordered it. You know, I was like starving. And you know. But yeah, um,
And this was in the airport or was this actually?
this was in the airport.
Oh,
Like I advise anyone who, you know, is flying for the first time, yeah, if you're gonna go get something to eat at the airport or drink, like you're gonna pay a pretty penny. It's not like,
you
you know,
know,
your local.
airports are pretty expensive. It's not you're not paying like regular price. I mean, yeah, they're gonna charge you a lot.
So you would have to at least eat something before you go, you know, pre-game before you go. But yeah, man.
So, do you have any interesting travel stories that you'd want to share?
Yes, I sure do.
Yes, tell us
Uh,
some stories about
uh,
travel.
huh?
Tell us some stories about your travels around the world.
Okay, I'll tell you one story. Right.
Yes.
All right. I was in Puerto Rico. Right.
Yeah.
Now I'm walking this girl back to her hotel. That's another story. But I'm walking this girl. You get what I'm saying? It was another break. I'm walking her back to the hotel. Um, we were out like the night before, so this is like early in the morning, whatever. Walking back to the hotel. So I'm walking her. I get like halfway, and she goes, "Hey, you know, I don't. Yeah, if it's just a straight shot down, you don't have to walk me all the way. Like I got it. Yeah. So you sure?" She said, "Yeah, yeah." I was like, "All right, you know, text me you get in the hotel. You know, be safe." Boom, right?
Hmm.
So now I'm walking back to my Airbnb,
Hmm.
and I'm walking. You know, it's about early in the day, like early in the morning, right?
Hmm.
So I'm walking, you know, just minding my own business, and all of a sudden, like a gray Nissan is like creeping up behind me, right?
Hmm.
So I'm sitting there walking, and I can from my peripheral vision, I can see like the Nissan like creeping up,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So then the Nissan's like now he's the Nissan's like driving next to me,
Hmm.
and I look, and this guy, he's like staring at me, right?
Yeah.
He's like driving next to me real slow, and it looks like he's driving, but it looks like he's like holding something, like he looked like he's gripping something,
Right.
right?
Hmm.
So I'm like, hmm, okay. So mind you, I'm still walking. I'm still walking. So he speeds up and he makes a right.
Okay.
Right now, mind you, this street is like it's like a straight shot. So then he comes around
Hmm.
and goes back up again.
Hmm.
Right, staring at me mugging me, and I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker's following me. Right.
Right.
So he goes up again, makes a right,
Hmm.
does a turn, and come back. So he does this about 4 times. Right.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep my composure. I'm just keep walking.
Hmm.
And I said, listen, if I go in one of these, like if I go on one of these side streets, I'm fucked, right? It was one of those streets as it like if it's at nighttime, it's pitch black. It was one of those streets. So it's
Yeah.
like
I know what you're
this
talking about.
really like sketchy looking street. Like nothing was open, like no stores open I could go into. Luckily, it was light outside, right? So my thing is this: I said, all right, I'm gonna keep walking. If he gets out the car, I gotta get him first, right? Like if he gets out the car, I gotta, you know, I gotta catch him. And I said if I run, he's he's probably gonna like most likely he's gonna chase me, right? So I kept my cool, and I'm walking and walking and walking. So I said, all right, I got like maybe like 5 more minutes before I get like to the main area, like the main streets. I said, all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go across the street. I'm gonna run inside the supermarket and just chill in there for like maybe yeah. So what I did was so he turned the next corner. So I go across the street. I book it across the street. I go inside the supermarket and I just chill there for like a good 20 minutes.
Right.
Right. So, I'm sitting there, I'm talking to the people that, that's making the food and stuff like that, or some food, or something to drink. And I'm just sitting there just chilling.
Hmm.
So then I wait about 20 minutes and then I get out and I look in the parking lot. So he wasn't there. So what I did, as soon as I like got out to somewhere, I just like booked it straight to my Airbnb and like
Damn.
fucking like chilled there for like most of the day.
Damn. So you think this dude was trying to like kill you or something?
I don't know. Like I don't know what his deal was. All I know is this motherfucker looked exactly like Charles Manson. Like he had the long,
No, for real?
long, look exactly like Charles Manson. It was fucking scary. I ain't
You
gonna lie.
you're probably in a really bad area of Puerto Rico. You're probably in a really bad area.
Right. And luckily it was the daytime because if it was nighttime, that street,
You would have been, would have been
like
fucked.
it gets pitch black.
Yep. Yep.
Like this time I've gone out, but I take an Uber. Like I'll
Yeah.
Uber, you
You're
know.
you're lucky, man. You're lucky that something didn't get more scary. I mean, you're lucky.
Yeah. So
He's trying to chase you down,
wow.
man.
But other than that, like, you know, Puerto Rico was fun. Great weather, great food, great women. The
I
park,
knew you were gonna say that part.
like I met so many people out there, man. know, I met two people. One of them was the girl. Of course, she's from New York. You know, whenever you go out,
Represent New York.
right? Whenever you meet somebody, it's like, oh, where you from? It's like, oh, I'm from New York. Oh shit, me too. What part?
Yeah,
Brooklyn? Oh,
that's what happened when I was in Israel. Like I told the guy I'm from New York. They're like, "Oh my God, you're like, yeah, yeah." They know what's up. But it's funny. Like it's interesting you mentioned like it being so dark out there because it was like that. I've had times where it was like that in Israel too, where it'd be really dark out. You can't see anything but like I don't know if it was like a ram or something, but yeah, man, nighttime is really scary out there.
yeah, yeah.
I think
That's
nighttime out in Israel was pretty scary because yeah, like there might be like a domestic animal or just something like you can't really see what's yeah.
true. Or domestic person.
Domestic person.
Hell yeah, man! Like this shit was wild, and like the dude that I met out there, he was saying this like he said he came across a time where like some dudes was like mean mugging him, and like
I think they
but
do. Yeah,
this dude I met, he's like big and he's like an MMA fighter, so I'm like, oh shit, like I don't know why somebody would try to fuck with that guy, you know.
yeah. Go fuck with Logan Paul. Go fight Logan Paul or Jake Paul.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was yeah, that was a wild experience in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I'm just luckily to get out of that. You know, I laugh about it now. I can laugh about it now. It was funny, but you know, always good to be safe, man. And
What about your stories in Amsterdam? What was Amsterdam like?
Amsterdam was great. Amsterdam, um, yo, the red light district.
It's exactly what it is.
It's. I would say with the red light district, it's very in your face. Like you go there and like you go in a little alleyway or whatever,
Mhm.
and there's like chicks just sitting there in the window, just looking at you.
Yeah.
You know, um, they had this venue where I think they do like live sex shows. Um, they had I think it was called the Museum of Prostitution.
That sounds interesting. Sounds interesting.
So yeah, in the museum, you go through like the different rooms, and the rooms are like designed like how it would be if you were in, you know, one. And then you know they got the audio guides, and you can hear like different women tell different stories of like how they have different experiences with the customers and shit like that, and
Interesting. That
it
sounds
was wild.
that sounds cool as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they had pictures of celebrities and stuff like that, and you know, in the gallery. But Amsterdam was great, man. I'm you know, I'm so glad that I was able to go. You know, I recommend to anybody to go out there and just enjoy it. You know, especially if you dabble in the cannabis. You know, like the smoke shops. I mean, I don't know about now, but you know,
Well,
at that, it's just like you going in there ordering coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like you go in, they have like a full blown menu of like weed. You know?
yeah, I heard they're trying to cut down on that stuff because there's too many. I guess a lot of Americans, a lot of tourists, they're like they don't want to ruin the culture of Amsterdam. They're like they don't want so many people coming in just coming there just to smoke pot, which I understand. I understand that they want to just keep their culture. Uh,
Well, I mean, I don't. I mean, that's the way of making money, unfortunately. But
yeah.
I think I do notice that in in um in Amsterdam, like the red light district, you're not allowed to take photos or like you're not allowed to take video. Like
Right, because of what?
um, you know, I guess the privacy
The
of the
sex workers,
of
yeah.
the workers.
Yeah,
Yeah, the privacy of the workers, you're not allowed to do like video or like photography. Like you can do like photos by like the water and stuff like that, but like
that's
yeah,
fine.
you got
Yeah. And I think that applies for any form of adult entertainment. Like you're not supposed. Well, granted, I don't think you're supposed to. It's our podcast. We could say this stuff. I think
yeah,
I.
yeah.
I mean, I think you're not allowed to photograph or videotape strippers, right? Like if you're at a strip club, you're not. You're not. I don't know.
Um, yeah, I don't think you're supposed to. Depending on where and what kind of event it is. Like I don't think.
Right. Right.
Well, I think no. Was you there? No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't there at that one. Okay, so you know about the place we went.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
The place. The place. The place.
I'll tell you a funny story, right?
Yeah.
So I went there. I went there by myself one time,
Yeah.
and as you sit there and talk. Because I'm talking to one of the strippers, and I go in. I buy a dance, right? So now there's a line because like inside the dark room, they got the couches and stuff like that. So we're waiting online to go inside this dark room, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm talking to the dancer, whatever, and then I see like this fat white guy and this like one of the strippers, like he's fucking wrecked, like he's super drunk, he's talking mad loud, he's talking wild, right? So mind you, I look to my right and I see the bouncer like this, right? Like, yo, when you see a bouncer look like this, like like he's on go, like he's on go about anything about to happen. He ready, right?
He's already. Yeah.
So I never forget this, right? And it's so funny because me and the stripper, we kind of gave each other that same look, like I think shit is about to get like shit is about to get right. This guy is. So he's like, yo, I'm gonna make you my wife. He starts telling the stripper, yo, I'm gonna make you my wife. I'm gonna marry you. Yo, we gonna have kids, right? So she's like, now at this point, she's a little like weirded out.
Yeah.
She's still trying to play along because she's trying to get that money,
I get them.
right?
Right.
Long story short, he pulls out the phone, right? And then I see the fucking like so as soon as he pulled out the phone, like me and the stripper backed up,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And I see the light of the phone go on, like the video light. As soon as that light came on, this motherfucking bouncer came out of nowhere and just grabbed him and just like snatched him up
Oh shit.
and like threw him out. He's like, yo, you gotta get the fuck out. Yo, you gotta get the fuck out. He's like, whoa, no, what's going on? What's going on? Nah, you can no videos. You gotta get the fuck out. Get out.
He had like
So
a whole. He had like a whole. Scooby Doo. What happened? He's like a whole Scooby
yeah, he
Doo.
was like, what? No, what? What's the problem? What's the problem? He's like, nah, no video. Yo, you gotta go. You gotta go. It is, but I've never seen somebody get snatched up so quick.
Just for taking a video.
Yeah, like all I seen was like an arm grab his shoulder and like yank them. Like,
Just
yo, you
yanking
got
him out.
like if it was like the cartoon sound effects, like like
Yup.
what?
Yup.
Yeah, right.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, so no video, man.
That's gonna be a T-shirt for us. No video. We're gonna make a T-shirt that says no video.
Or no video, no
No
date.
mask. No mask. No date.
That's date. But
Crazy man.
yeah,
That was a fun place. That was a really fun place.
It
That
sure
place,
was, man.
that place was awesome.
Yeah, I think well, besides like the time that we've been at, that was like the most fun. And then the other time, I I put my old coworkers over there. It was funny as hell. Um, yeah, I wonder how that place is now, being with COVID and shit.
I don't know. I just remember they thought you were Wiz Khalifa.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the bouncer was like, "Yo, Wiz Khalifa, what's good?"
I had the he had the small twist with the hat and shit. Yeah.
Oh, disclaimer. Apparently, the 4th of fucking July is the. Sorry to curse, but I mean, I curse a lot. I guess apparently the 4th of July is the best time to go to a strip club. What's strip club?
Apparently,
Yeah, apparently, yeah, that shit was empty, basically, right?
right. For a while, we were like the only guys in there.
Yeah, yeah, 4th of July. Who would have ever thought?
I mean, it actually makes sense. It's like, who the hell wants to go see some fireworks? We could go to the, you could go to the strip club and see some fireworks. Celebrate America's birthday.
On a big booty girl.
Yeah, celebrate America's birthday by buying a couple of dances. You know,
It's the
a couple
most
of
American
things.
thing that you could do, man. It's support.
It's the most patriotic thing you can do. You know, like why watch your tax dollars blow up in the sky, right?
You can just go to.
You could just spend, your bonus.
Like,
That's true, man.
oh my gosh. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, man.
No cover charge. I don't think there was a cover charge. I think you just walked in like up in the air. You just walked right
Well,
in.
yeah, he let us rock because he was like, I think it was like 40 or 20 to get in. And I was like, oh shoot, well, I gotta go to the ATM. He's like, oh, hold on. It's like, all right, I'm gonna let y'all in.
You gotta get a dance.
Just gotta get dance. So I was like, hey man, don't threaten me with a good time. you know.
Without getting too much into it, I like that they didn't peer pressure you. That the girls will actually like have a conversation, ask you how you're doing, ask questions about you. They actually would actually have a genuine conversation with you. It'd be like you weren't pressured into anything.
Yeah.
It was
It's
dope.
like, it's not that whole stigma of like the New York strip clubs is like, oh, like if you don't want to dance, it's like, oh, get the fuck away from, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that.
It was nuts, dude. I never saw a whole showcase. It was nuts, man. It was insane.
It was insane, man.
It was insane.
Got two guys in their 20s
Dude,
on the 4th of July.
bing, bing, bong. What was it?
Bing bong.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
What else? What else did we talk about? Customer service was one of the things we talked about, and what it's like being in the tech field. I guess, yeah, we're talking about that.
Okay. Yeah, let's start off with customer service.
Yeah.
One, the customer is not always right. Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna start the conversation with that. The customer is not always right.
Mhm.
Sometimes the customer is a freaking idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
I never forget, right? I go inside Burger King. And this is why I feel like Americans are so entitled. It's not even funny, right?
Hmm.
Girl goes in there and she's like, yo, let me, like, she was just coming up with the most difficult orders. So then she was like, oh, um, let me get a Whopper with cheese, but replace the bread. Like, I don't want sesame seeds on the bread.
What? What? I've never heard of that shit.
Right. Because she was like, oh, um, because the child can't eat sesame seeds or whatever. I said, first of all, the child's not even supposed to be eating Burger King. Like, first of all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, you feeding a child like Burger King. You feed him fast food. You have the audacity to come in here and ask for like a special request of no sesame seeds on the Whopper. Like, that's what makes the Whopper. You
Yeah,
know?
they're gonna like what is she expecting her to take like a little paper like not paperclip, tweezers and just come on, man.
No, I mean they probably have to replace the bun with one of those like those brioche buns. Like it's like a smooth top. It's like nothing on it, but
What does it
that
matter?
looks crazy. Like who? That looks insane.
Yeah,
A wobble with no sesame seeds on the bun.
right.
Then it's like, yo, and then she was like really serious about it. She was like, it's like, yo, like come on, you're holding up the line, miss. you know? And I feel bad for the lady that that was working there. She looked like she didn't know what was going on.
Hmm.
She was trying to be like, yo, do we have any buns, with no sesame seeds? And I wanted to jump in there and be like, no, the fuck you don't. Just tell her get the fuck off the line.
Yeah.
you know,
So
tell her
you as a customer, can say those things because you're not an employee. Now, people don't realize that customers have so much free to an extent. You have a lot of freedom than someone that's on the clock. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I mean, it's a blessing. It depends on how you look at it.
I think so. It all depends on the place too. I think with like fast food restaurants, a lot of people that work there don't have anything to lose.
Yeah,
Like there's videos of like fast food workers telling customers to go fuck themselves.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like
It's that
all
stressful.
right,
It
you
can be
super
that
different.
stressful job. It can be a real shit job, man. Working in fast food can be a shit show, or you can make it into like a good experience, man. I honestly I think customer service is fucking easy, and you're gonna debate me on this, but I think it's easy. I really do think it's easy. You can't teach it. You cannot teach customer service. It's either in you or it's not. I feel like people are either naturally have it in them or they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's you gotta you also gotta have thick skin.
Yeah, yeah.
You,
What
you
I
gotta have thick skin, and you gotta kind of like not put a bias on a lot of things.
right.
'Cause-
I mean, a lot of it is just common sense. You know, a lot of customer service is just common sense. Like, okay, this person, yeah, but you make a good point because I've had situations where I didn't work out so well, but there what I'm learning is there's always a right way to say something with like how you project your voice and the tone of things is also very important. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, like if you as an employee,
Yeah.
you're being respectful, but then the customer is being irrational and disrespectful. You know, a lot of people they might not have that type of patience. That's
You,
what it also you got to have a lot of patience because
you know, it's funny
people,
because
yeah,
they really should start a type of therapy called workplace therapy. You know what I mean? Like where they actually teach you like actually no. Come to think of it, I did do a form of therapy that kind of did go over workplace in a way, but the funny thing is, no, they really need to have something where they have like a therapeutic approach of like teaching people workplace skills. You know what I mean? Like Like in jobs, it's like, oh, you have to have these interpersonal skills, this and that. You know how many resumes and shit check that and fucking nobody has interpersonal skills or any of that crap.
Well, right. You know, like they have a lot of job readiness programs that prepare you for that. You know, for like dealing with certain customers, and depending on what field it is, they'll have like scenarios, like certain trainings. You
Mhm.
know,
Right.
um, but then just sometimes the customers could just be a complete jerk, and you just
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Um, but I would never work in food service, man. Food service is rough. I worked for Whole Foods, and that was hell. I will never do that again. um,
yeah, try to deliver for them, man.
Gosh. So to this day, I will never understand. You put someone in a deli department, and you don't give them like any formal training, like how to use the machine, and like the different names of the cheeses. I wasn't trained on any of that. They just threw me in there, and they're like, "Okay, you're gonna just like there was no manual how to start the machine, how to clean it, whatever. Like
Right.
what cheese is this? There was none of that. And let me tell
Yeah.
you,
Don't you
cleaning
need a food handling certificate?
or what?
I said, don't you need like a food handling certificate for that?
Yeah, that's what I thought. And yeah, let me tell you, man, cleaning a deli slicing machine is not easy. It's a pain in the ass to clean that thing.
It looks like it. It looks like it.
'Cause you have to use the saline solution. Thing's pretty heavy. I'm telling you, Sean, there was no. They didn't give me a manual. They didn't give us like what's it called, like on the job training or anything on this. They kind of just threw me in and just said, okay, you're gonna like slice deli meat, but there was no formal training or anything.
What you're saying, yeah, it's harder than it looks.
It is. It honestly is. And, I had the customer service part down, but to actually slice the meat accordingly to what the customer wants, yeah, I mean, you don't want to give too much, you don't want to give too little, and there is a little bit of math involved.
Yeah, you gotta calculate how much.
Right.
Like sometimes they're like, oh, can I get like $2 worth, or can I get half a pound?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And I remember I helped out in a kitchen. A friend of mine, his mom owned a restaurant, and I got to help out one day. Ugh, just never. I'm never gonna work in food service. So I was help. This guy was an idiot, man. He wanted
Mm.
this coworker I was working with. Um, he had a pot of oil, right?
He
And
had a what?
he had a pot of oil,
Okay.
and it wasn't hot. Thank God it wasn't hot. So I went down the stairs, right? I fucking fell. I tripped. I got hurt, and I'm,
Hmm.
I'm like, why would you have me? First of all, why would you have me go down the stairs? That's first of all. Second of all, why didn't you cover the pot? You know, if it was hot, man, oof, I would have been fucked. But
Yeah, you could have sued them, man.
yeah, but I fell down the stairs. I got really hurt, and yeah, man, food people don't realize, man, food service is a rough job, especially if you're the porter guy where you have to do the cleaning. It's not. It's one thing to cook the food, but to actually clean at the end of the night,
Oh,
man, people want to
being
kill you. People want to kill you if you take too long to clean. They'll kill. I mean, not kill you, but they get really upset.
like they'll verbally kill you, yeah.
Yeah,
Especially prepping too. Like if you gotta like prep,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and then if you're coming in after someone who is prepping, you gotta kind of rely on them to make sure everything you know,
Man,
everything
being
is top notch. Um,
yeah, yeah. I don't think. me being around fire, knives, and shit like that is really because I'm not one of those people, man. I can't. You have to be able to move quick, and I like to eat. I mean, who doesn't like to eat?
Yeah. And that's the thing too, man. Like you gotta like don't fuck with the people who's handling your food. Like just don't
Well, that's
don't
common
be
sense too.
disrespectful to who's making your food bad.
Right. And the same thing goes with janitors, man. Like, yo, whenever you work in an organization or anywhere, always make friends with the custodians, the janitors, facility people, because don't get on their bad side.
Oh no. All the cleaning ladies, I say hello. How you doing? You know. Hey, she's like, hey, can I throw this out? Yep. You sure? Yep. I'm done. You good?
Yeah, I get that. Um, I get that, man. So what job stories do you have with working in the tech field? I know you work in IT, which I'm interested in getting into myself, but what are some stories you've had?
um, I can't really share too much. Um,
Yeah, whatever you feel like, sure.
like any crazy stories. Um,
Well, like, not crazy, just something out of the ordinary. I mean, just something that's just like, why are you doing this? Or like, or just something that kind of made you chuckle or laugh. I didn't phrase the question right.
yeah, no, yeah, okay. I can name two. One time, this is when I was at Chase, and we were on the trader floor, just setting up some machines,
Hmm.
and somehow the two girls one cup conversation just 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 comes about on the floor, right?
Hmm.
So I think somebody mentioned it or somebody made like a joke about it, and these people had like the traders had like a full blown conversation about it, like how disgusting it was. Oh man, I remember when that first came out. Yada yada yada. That shit was, oh my gosh. And then you had this one guy
Hmm.
go, man, I didn't think it was that bad. The whole place goes silent after that. Like the conversation like just dies right there.
Hmm. Was this around the time of where Jeff was? Was this around the time Jeff was? Was this Jeff who said that?
Nah, nah, Jeff wasn't there.
Jeff wasn't there.
Nah, Jeff wasn't there. Yo, Jeff. I think I told you there was a there was a there was an updated version of that at the job I'm at now. The guy he doesn't work there anymore, but one of the texts, so Joe needed his password reset, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, you told me the story.
yeah, so the tech goes, all right, this is the password. I changed your password. This is the password I'm gonna give you, right?
Right, right.
When you put in this password, it's gonna tell you that the password is expired, and you're gonna change it. It's gonna prompt you to change the password, right? So he said, okay. So he goes, all right. So I put in the new password. He said, all right. He said, all right. It's saying that I need to change it. He said, okay. He said, okay. Now it's asking for the old password. He said, what's the old password? He said, well, the old password would be the temporary password I gave you. So then Joe goes, no, the old password is the original password that I had. And the tech was like, no, Joe, that was your original password, but being that you put in a new password, you're gonna put in the old password, which is the one I just gave you, and you're gonna put a new password underneath that. So he's like, nah, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna put my original password in the old password. And then the tech was like, Joe, listen, Joe.
So no Jeff this time. It went from Jeff to Joe.
It went from Jeff to Joe. He was like, "Yo, I put it, I, I put in the old password and it didn't work." He's like, "Which one did you put in?" He's like, "The one I originally had." He's like, "Which one?" "The one I originally had." He's like, "The one I gave you?" He's like, "No, the other password." Like, Joe, listen to me, Joe. It's like, sit down, right?
It's a sitcom. It's like a sitcom.
Yeah, that shit was funny, man. I had one person, I never forget this. I'm sitting there, I'm helping him. He was getting a new laptop, whatever. And like his his internet was pretty slow. So, installing everything was took a bit of time, right? When I'm sitting there, I'm just talking to him, and he goes, like in like mid conversation, like mid sentence, he goes, fuck this shit, man. I just want to like sit underneath what he said, fuck this shit, man. I just want to sit underneath a palm tree and smoke some weed. And I was like, what? He's like, I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry, man. You didn't need to hear that. I'm sorry.
You got that frustrated.
Like, I'm just sorry, man. I'm just having a stressed out day. And I was like, I hear you, man. You gotta be professional about it. Yeah, I hear you. But yeah, so about your emails.
So like, man, I'm stressed out. I just want to smoke some weed and be a palm tree.
Yeah, man. I've given like marriage advice.
Really?
And I've gotten marriage advice.
Really?
Yeah. I was at my old job. We were like like you disconnect PCs and reconnect them to another floor.
Yeah.
So the user was there. We had to do morning support. So I'm sitting there, I'm helping him out with his stuff. He goes, "Yo, man, let me ask you a question." He's like, "How old are you?" I was like, I think at the time I was like 23, 24.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, man, you married?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Good, don't."
Just like that.
Just like that. Good, don't. It's stupid. It's a waste of time. I was like, okay. It's like, "No, I'm serious, man. I'm serious. All right. You don't want to be like me. You don't want to waste your time. You want to get married. Listen, enjoy your youth. Enjoy life. Not get married, man."
How old was this guy?
Oh, this guy was like in his 50s. He's like in his 50s.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He looked pretty well off too, man.
Don't get married.
He was like, "Are you married?" He was like, "No." "Good, don't."
He kind of reminds me of the dude. Oh shit. I don't know why I didn't talk about this in the beginning. Remember the last time I saw you on the Lower East Side, there was an Uber, and there was this old guy, and you're like, "Don't look at his." Like,
Oh yeah, don't look at his dick.
it's kind of like that. Wait, we got to talk about that one real quick. So yeah, man, the last time
Yeah.
I saw you, where were we? We were in the West Village, or where were we?
We were in the East Village.
Oh, we're in the East Village. Okay.
Early, I would say Second Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I forgot where we were coming from. I think we might have been coming from Barcade or
Yeah, we're coming from Barcade, I think.
and like it was this cab. It was like a yellow cab, right? It was a yellow cab.
No, it was like an Uber.
Yeah, okay.
It was an
It
Uber.
was Uber.
Just this old guy. This fucking...
It was funny because the driver was just sitting there just chilling, like in the car. He looked a bit annoyed, but he's just chilling. And then all I see, like
this old guy just taking a...
right. So like we're in front of the car, and then all I see is like the passenger door is like open,
Yeah, yeah, it was
and all
both.
I hear is so like
And then there was this old lady. Remember, there was this old lady looking.
yeah. So it was like this old man like pissing outside the Uber, like standing up. And the old lady like walked past and like saw him. And I was like, don't look at his dick. And like she ran across the street.
You can't make this shit up, man. I'm telling you, every time there's like some magical voodoo or some shit. Every time we're on the Lower East Side, this shit happens to nobody else, just us, man.
Nah, every time, man. And like he was just having like a casual conversation too on the phone. And he had always just take the piss like outside the Uber.
But how does this happen to us, dude? Every time we're on the Lower East Side, we always have the most random ass stories.
Oh, I don't know, man. I think it's just we're just blessed, man. I think we're just blessed to
To know these fucking crazy.
experience it and like
Oh, Sean,
and
you
just
were off camera.
okay, you see that? Yeah, like those are stories that you gotta tell your children and your grandchildren. Like, yo, oh, you're about to hang out in the East Village. Let me tell you a story about what happened in the East
No, no,
Village.
their stories are way crazier than ours. I mean, back in their day, that was the days when the Lower East Side, the Limelight, where they turned the Limelight into like a nightclub. I wasn't around for that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I can only imagine.
I wasn't around for that.
I mean, imagine if we were. That should be pretty crazy.
Yeah, going to a church and have into like a whole '90s club.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Baller shit right there.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was the last time we hung out. This old man was like taking a piss, smoking on the phone. Like his whole like pause, like his whole shit was out too. I was like, wow, man. Like,
Oh, wait. I just want to show you one last thing, and then we gotta wrap it up. I want to show you a video that I shot downtown. Uh, Let me see if I can find it. Give me one sec. Uh, Go to this. Go to Safari. Let me pull it up. It's on one of my old YouTube channels. This is a really old one. That's me. Uh, where is it? It's here it is. That's the one.
wow. That looks like iPhone.
Yep.
Wow.
And, and
That
I
was
and I never saw that guy again. I was like, I must have been high when I saw that. No,
yeah.
this was on West 8th Street. So-
Man, look at that. Look at that iPhone quality, man. That iPhone was it iPhone 3? iPhone 4,
I think it was the iPhone 5.
5. Yeah, man. 2010. Wow. You
Yeah,
imagine that was 11 years ago?
I just call him like I called him Neptune because he looked like Neptune. I'm like, I didn't have a conversation with me. It's just I'm like, what the fuck's going on, man? I'm on West 8th Street and just this dude's on the keyboard.
Yeah, it was a very beautiful video. Like it just, like I said, it looked like something out of the labyrinth or something like that. Just,
I don't know, man.
yeah, I wonder where he is now.
I wonder where half these people are on the Lower East Side. There's always some interesting cats.
They probably all moved to Long Island.
Oh gosh.
um, but yeah, man, that concludes our episode of the Snooze Button Podcast, man.
It's good to see you guys, man. It's been too long. If I don't see you guys, I mean, hopefully we will. Have a great holiday, great Christmas, whatever you celebrate.
Yeah, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all that good stuff, man. And yeah, man, have a
It's good
safe
to be back,
holiday.
man. Good to be back.
Definitely, man. And don't drink too much.
Don't drink too much, and don't forget T-shirt. Don't forget T-shirt.
Don't forget eggnog. Why do you do that?
Why you doing? Okay. All right, man. Peace.
All right, man.
Hey.
Peace.